Hey everyone, this is Neil at the Ski Monster taking another look at some K2 boards from their landscape collection. The two that we're looking at here are a little different. Over here we've got the K2 Manifest. This is going to be a more traditional shaped board. And then next to me here is the Excavator, funkier shape. Both of these are really fun, all mountain boards. And depending on where you're spending most of your time on the mountain, one may make more sense than the other for you. In terms of similarities, both of these boards are going to share a camber profile that's going to give you really solid edge hold on firmer conditions. As far as shape goes, that's where the differences come in. So with the Manifest, you're looking at a directional twin-shaped board. The nose and tail are the same. The shape of the board is a twin, but your feet are set back just a touch. This is going to give this board a really versatile feel. It can handle a ton of different conditions and riding styles really well. This is going to be more of that standard snowboard shape that you're probably used to. With your feet set back slightly, that's going to give you a little bit easier time just initiating turns. But otherwise, this board's perfectly capable riding switch, a couple park laps here and there. Just something that you can kind of use as that one tool for any day on the mountain. You're perfectly well covered. It's kind of a medium stiff flex, so it feels nice and stable at higher speeds, but it's still an easy enough board to put on edge. So if you're just cruising on some lower angle terrain, not moving super fast, it's still really easy to manage. It's not going to beat you up. So this really does cater to a lot of different riders. With the Excavator, we're getting into something that's going to be meant to be ridden a little bit shorter than your normal board. You can usually size these down by 3 to 6 centimeters from your normal board length. The reason for that is because it's a little bit wider naturally. So even though you're going a little shorter, you're still maintaining a similar amount of surface area underneath you. What that's going to do for how this rides is give you something that if you're jumping into the trees, tight bumps, finding some pockets of fresh snow, it moves through that stuff incredibly well. It's really nimble. It's easy to slash the tail out on a turn. And this big nose shape in front of your front foot is just going to kind of like get you up over any crud or soft snow really well. What's great about this board compared to a lot of other boards that are in that kind of shorter, fatter category is down in the tail, you've got two big pieces of carbon. Those are there so that even if you're on some firmer snow, ice, you can really lean into the tail of the board and that contact point holds up really well so you can trust your edge. I found this to work really well, even on like the most average East Coast days. That camber paired up with the carbon in the tail works really well. This is a great board if you're someone that does like to find themselves in the trees as much as possible. Maybe you spend your time on the side of the trail looking for little side hits, jumps, natural features, things like that. It's not going to feel totally normal to ride this board switch. So if you do spend some time doing that, Manifest is for you. Excavator is going to be a really fun shape that, while a little funky looking, it does handle a lot really well. It's still a totally capable all-mountain board. Flex-wise here, this board is technically stiffer than the Manifest, but because of its shape, it's going to feel a little bit more nimble. It's easier to kick the tail loose. You can make some shorter radius turns, but at the same time, if you want to lean into that edge for a big carve, you're covered there as well. Both of these are super fun. They're good ones to check out. You can always give us a call if you have other questions or make an appointment to check them out in Boston.